Hey y'all, it's me again. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Brandi. She was smart, but still dumb. She was 18 years old. And, when you're 18 years old, you don't know a whole lot, but she came in contact with this man who was going through divorce. And they started a relationship. Later on, she found out that they weren't quite divorced. And perhaps she didn't know everything that was going on with that man. What are you saying, Brandi? Oh, I am the princess, in case you didn't know. Young women, if he ever tells you that he's going through divorce, or we're not living together, we're not seeing each other, we're going to be together, whatever, they never give you the full story. They're never going to leave their person for you. Women, we got to stop beating up on these young women who only know what they're being told. Because the reality is the covenant is with you as a wife. And if he breaks that covenant with you, with one person, I guarantee you he's broken it with so many other women. One day, that man's wife called me and was very upset. And at that time, 18, I was like, I think I was just responding to a call that had been sent to me, but I didn't quite understand that they were still together. And at that point, we stopped seeing each other, because then it was completely clear to me what was going on. I have been the other woman multiple times in my life. It has happened to me. I guarantee you it's happened to you. The only thing we can do is have grace for each other. We can pay better attention. We can watch out for signs. We can if at any point an older man is dating a woman in her teens, perhaps there's a bigger conversation we need to have. Perhaps it's not the woman, the younger woman. You're talking about a teenager. My son is a teenager. Ain't no way in the world he is equipped to have a relationship with a person in their late 30s, early 40s, or 40s, closer to 50s. I'm not saying this because I am escaping responsibility. Trust me, I have asked God for forgiveness for that situation so many times, because as a woman, I know the difference. As an 18-year-old, I did not. But the 39-year-old woman in me says something is highly wrong when a man that old is looking at a teenager. Something's off, because teenagers are gullible. Women, we have to be smarter. Young women, we have to be smarter. I can tell you that at 18, certainly I trauma bonded with people. I mean, I met my ex-husband when I was 17 years old. I was 17 years old. He had already been married and divorced, owned a home, and was talking marriage immediately. Think about the 17, 18-year-old in your life. Would you recommend that they marry a person at that age in general? Would you recommend that they marry a person that is significantly older than them? 10 years older than them? I think we as a culture have to shift. We have to shift our perspective. Yes, I could have done better. But at 17, 18, 19, you don't even know who you are. Your brain is not even developed. At 24, I was a mother. I was a homeowner. I was married. My brain stopped developing at 25. We as a culture have to do better about protecting women, children. We as a culture have to do better about looking out for our nieces, our nephews. My nieces and my nephews can tell you, I am not the auntie who is all lovey-dovey. Yes, I have done everything I can for all of my nieces and nephews. I have tried to be present in their lives, but I am also a realist. I am not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell you what you need to know, and I want you to succeed. I'm also not going to lie to you. We've got to protect our children. There was no protection for me. I will never, ever let that happen to anyone else. 17, 18, 19, 20 is not the time to get married. And this is no offense to anyone who got married at that age and is still married and is still in bliss. God bless you. I'm so happy for you. But the reality is culture has got to shift. Women, we are not here to just be wives and clean homes and to bear children. We are women. There are many women that have come to this earth to be high priestesses, to be prophetesses, to be strong women of God. How do you settle yourself at becoming that person when you have no life experience? It's important that you have life experience before you move into becoming someone else's helpmate. How can you help somebody when you can't help yourself? I thank the Lord because I can have this conversation now. I don't feel any condemnation because I've been set free of that. And the adult in me understands what the child in me was going through at that time. The child in me wanted someone to love them. They wanted someone to look out for them. They wanted someone to be present for them. And the child in me bonded, trauma bonded with a man and spent decades with a man who had already lived a life, who had already done the things he wanted to do before I even figured out what I wanted to do with my life. I have always worked hard. I have always been passionate. I don't care what anyone has ever told you about me. One thing I am is, I'm going to be honest, I have worked hard. I've put my time in. I've always been a prayer warrior. I've always been a seer. I've always been a strong woman. I have always been a woman to take care of her man to the best of her abilities. That has never been a question. And any man that's ever been with me can tell you that for sure. I am a good woman. But did it start too early for me? Absolutely. Because I needed protection. I needed safety. I needed to have a consistent warm meal every day. And being 17, 18 years old, when my parent was a single parent who was also ministering, who was also out of town, who was also seeing about other people, I was alone a lot of those days. I had to take care of myself. So, yes, I fell for the lines of, oh, we're not together. Oh, we breaking up. Yes, I fell for the lines of, I'll take care of you. You don't have to worry about anything. I fell for it. Don't you do it. I love you.